Saturday night in Starkville was electric, cowbells ringing, fans on edge, and the air thick with anticipation. The energy inside Davis-Wade Stadium was palpable, with every seat filled and every fan ready for a showdown that had been circled on calendars for weeks. Starkville, known for its passionate football culture, was buzzing with excitement as the sun set and the lights came on, setting the stage for a classic SEC battle. The #15 Tennessee Volunteers, riding a wave of momentum, marched onto the field to face a gritty Mississippi State squad determined to defend their home turf. Both teams knew what was at stake, not just another win, but a statement in the heart of SEC country. This wasn't just another SEC matchup. It was a test of will, a clash of styles, and a battle that would demand everything from both sides. The Volunteers brought their high-powered offense, while the Bulldogs countered with relentless defense and a never-say-die attitude. For the fans, it was a roller coaster of emotions, cheers, groans, and gasps echoing through the stands as every play unfolded. The tension was almost unbearable, with each possession feeling like it could tip the balance. From kickoff to the final play, the game was a back-and-forth battle, with momentum swinging wildly and neither team able to pull away. Touchdowns were answered with defensive stands, and every big play seemed to be met with an even bigger response. The Volunteers would surge ahead, only for the Bulldogs to answer right back, keeping the score knotted at 34 as regulation ended. The fourth quarter was a showcase of heart and determination, with both sidelines refusing to give an inch. Tennessee's performance was a mix of explosive highlights, long runs, acrobatic catches, and breakaway touchdowns that brought their fans to their feet. But it was also a night of frustrating mistakes, costly penalties, missed opportunities, and turnovers that kept the Bulldogs in the fight. As the clock expired, the tension only grew, pushing the contest into a dramatic overtime. The real story? Resilience from both teams. Both teams had to overcome errors, fumbles, missed field goals, and mental lapses that could have spelled disaster. Each mistake was met with a renewed sense of urgency as players dug deep to keep their championship hopes alive. The pressure was immense, with every snap in overtime carrying the weight of the season. Only one team could make the decisive play that would tip the scales once and for all. Overtime wiped the slate clean. Now it was about who wanted it more, who could rise above the nerves and deliver when it mattered most. The Volunteers dug deep, found another gear, and delivered a finish for the ages. Their game-winning touchdown in overtime sent their fans into a frenzy and left a mark on Starkville that won't soon be forgotten. This was SEC football at its finest, a night of passion, drama, and unforgettable moments under the lights in Starkville. While the offense sputtered, Tennessee's defense stole the show. Not only did they hold the line, they scored twice, a rare feat that changed the game's trajectory. The Vols defense played with relentless energy, forcing turnovers and capitalizing on every mistake. Pressure from the defensive line rattled Mississippi State's quarterback, leading to critical errors. Those two defensive touchdowns, 14 points the offense didn't have to earn, absolutely vital in a 41-34 win. Without them, this would be a very different story. The defense's performance was a testament to preparation, intensity, and execution. It sent a message. Tennessee can win ugly, and the defense can take over when needed. This kind of effort builds confidence across the roster. Saturday was a defining moment for the Volunteers' defense. The first defensive touchdown of the night came courtesy of cornerback Colton Hood, a player known for his sharp instincts and relentless drive. In a game where every possession mattered, Hood's moment would become the spark that ignited the entire stadium. Mississippi State was mounting a promising drive, inching closer to the end zone. But Hood, reading the quarterback's eyes with laser focus, anticipated the throw before it even left the quarterback's hand. He broke on the ball with perfect timing, jumped the route, and snatched the pass out of the air. In an instant, Hood transformed from a defender into a playmaker. He tucked the ball and sprinted down the sideline, weaving through would-be tacklers as his teammates threw crucial blocks, creating a path to the end zone. The Tennessee crowd erupted in a deafening roar as Hood crossed the goal line untouched. The energy in the stadium shifted dramatically, a massive momentum swing that could be felt by everyone in attendance. A pick six is more than just a defensive score, it's a game changer. In a single heartbeat, the defense flips the script, turning defense into offense and sending shockwaves through both teams. Hood's instincts and countless hours of preparation paid off in that moment. His play rattled Mississippi State's quarterback, who now hesitated on every throw, second-guessing his reads for the rest of the night. That single play planted seeds of doubt in the Bulldogs' offense, disrupted their rhythm, and injected a surge of confidence and energy into the Vols' sideline. It wasn't just a touchdown, it was a pivotal turning point. The scoreboard changed, but so did the entire feel of the game. Hood's pick six set the tone for the defense's dominance, inspiring his teammates to play with even more intensity and focus. The ripple effect of that play was felt all game long, as Tennessee's defense continued to stifle Mississippi State, and the crowd stayed electric until the final whistle. The defense wasn't done. Next up, Tyre West and Joshua Josephs delivered another blow. West stormed off the edge, strip-sacked the quarterback, and chaos ensued as the ball bounced free. Joseph scooped it up and raced 41 yards to the end zone, dodging tacklers and igniting the sideline. 2 defensive touchdowns in one night? That's dominance. This play was a perfect blend of power and awareness, crushing Mississippi State's momentum. Suddenly, the Bulldogs were under immense pressure, knowing any mistake could be costly. For Tennessee, it was a confidence boost. The defense could win the game outright. 14 points from defense became the foundation for victory. The Volunteers' defense proved they could change the game in an instant. This was a statement performance. Tennessee's offense struggled, plagued by turnovers and missed opportunities. A muffed punt by Braylon Staley handed Mississippi State prime field position, an unforced error that nearly proved costly. Quarterback Aguilar threw 2 interceptions, both off deflections, stalling promising drives. The offense would flash brilliance, only to be derailed by mistakes or penalties. These miscues kept the game close and the crowd engaged. Consistency was elusive, and the Vols couldn't find a steady rhythm. Cleaning up turnovers will be the top priority during the bye week. The defense bailed them out, but the offense must improve for tougher tests ahead. The most painful moment for Tennessee's offense came late in the third quarter. Aguilar launched a perfect deep ball to Chris Brazel, who sprinted 59 yards for what looked like a go-ahead touchdown. But a flag on the field, offensive pass interference, erased the score. The call was debatable, but the result was a huge emotional swing. Instead of taking the lead, Tennessee faced a long yardage situation and the drive stalled. The home crowd roared back to life, and momentum shifted to Mississippi State. It was a harsh reminder. In the SEC, even small mistakes have big consequences. The Vols had to regroup and overcome yet another setback. Their ability to bounce back showed real mental toughness. Despite the chaos, Tennessee's receivers delivered. Mike Matthews and Chris Brazel consistently found space, making clutch catches and moving the chains. Brazel was a constant threat, stretching the field and forcing the defense to adjust. Matthews' reliable hands kept drives alive, especially on third down. Their play was a bright spot on an otherwise inconsistent night. Meanwhile, Mississippi State's ground game was effective, controlling the clock and keeping the Vols' offense off the field. But Tennessee's defense limited the Bulldogs' passing attack, forcing key mistakes. The battle between Mississippi State's run game and Tennessee's pass defense defined the night. Overtime arrived with the score tied at 34. Every play magnified, every mistake critical. The tension in the stadium was electric, with both fan bases on the edge of their seats, knowing that a single moment could decide the outcome. The pressure was immense, and every snap felt like it could be the last. Tennessee struck first, driving efficiently and punching in a touchdown to take a 41-34 lead. The offense executed with poise, moving the ball downfield with a mix of powerful runs and precise passes. The end zone celebration was a release of pent-up energy, as the Volunteers knew they had put the pressure squarely on Mississippi State. The pressure shifted to Mississippi State, who needed a touchdown to stay alive. Their sideline was tense, with coaches drawing up plays and players locking in for what could be their final drive. The crowd's anxiety was palpable, every eye glued to the field. Tennessee's defense, the heroes all night, faced one final test. They lined up with determination, knowing that one more stop would secure the win. The defensive unit communicated, adjusted, and prepared for the Bulldogs' best shot. The Bulldogs advanced, but on fourth down, the Vols' defense held strong, collapsing the pocket and forcing an incompletion. The roar from the Tennessee fans was deafening as the defense swarmed the field, knowing they had just delivered the game's defining moment. The sideline erupted. The game was sealed by a defensive stand, not an offensive flourish. Coaches embraced players, and the entire team celebrated the culmination of their hard work and discipline. 2 defensive touchdowns and a game-winning stop. This was a defensive masterpiece. The defense had not only kept Tennessee in the game, but had been the driving force behind the victory. The Volunteers' resilience and grit defined the night. They battled through adversity, never backing down, and showed the heart of a champion when it mattered most. This win was about toughness, execution, and making plays when it mattered most. Every player contributed, and every moment was a test of will and preparation. Tennessee left Starkville with a hard-fought, unforgettable victory. The memories of this night will live on for players, coaches, and fans alike. The defense was the difference, and their legacy from this game will be remembered for years to come. With the win secured, Tennessee heads into a perfectly timed bye week. It's a chance to heal, regroup, and address the turnovers and penalties that nearly cost them. The next challenge? A home showdown with Arkansas, a team that upset the Vols last season. Revenge will be on everyone's mind, and the Mississippi State win provides a confidence boost. Surviving a road test in overtime proves this team can handle adversity. The defense showed it can carry the load, but the offense must step up. The SEC season is a marathon, and every week is a new battle. The bye week is a checkpoint. Time to learn, improve, and prepare for the next chapter. Tennessee's journey continues with redemption and a championship push still in sight.